wise word from Nelson Mandela which says education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. With me today in the house, I have two students from UNILAG, and guess what? They're from the Faculty of Education. Hi, Tumishe.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself properly to the audience?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Badmos Oluwatomishi Mary. I'm a student of the University of Lagos, currently in 300 level, Department Adult Education. So I'm glad to be on your show. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm an hairstylist. I'm a content creator, a YouTuber to be precise.
Okay, they're like four in one.
Yeah.
I think if I'm very correct. Also in the house today, I have Abimbola. Hi, Abimbola.
Hi, my name is Shama Bimbola Ibrahim. I'm a student of the University of Lagos, Faculty of Education, Department of Human Kindnesses and Health Education. I'm in my final year, and also I'm a product designer, UX design and research to be precise. Um, well, that's all for now. I'm a Christian also. I'm a devout Christian.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Let me sit well. Okay, then I still remain your host, Temitope Karim, and this is Starspod, your window into the lives of the young ones. Just as I said earlier, I have two young stars in the house, and it's actually amazing that they are both from the Faculty of Education. Today we'll be talking about the 21st century student. Let me start from Tomishi. Who is the 21st century student? And before you go there,
Okay.
yeah, I want to know more about you for a start. Why adult? You mentioned there that you are actually studying adult education.
Education.
So why adult education?
Okay, actually, that is not my initial course.
Okay,
Actually.
you wanted to study. Let me take a wild guess. Law,
No.
journalism.
Mass communication.
You see,
Initially. So I took my, should I actually say story?
why not? That's what I want.
Okay, I took my first jam and, I applied for mass communication. But I think my subject combination was actually very wrong. So I didn't gain admission that year. And even if I wanted to gain admission, I wanted to change my course to social work, sociology and all. Because of I think the cut-off mark was,
Okay.
I think it was 68 or so, and I was around 60 thereabouts. So and I took jam again and I applied for English. I chose English language.
English language.
So the cut-off mark came out, and I think the cut-off mark is I think it was 66, and my own cut-off was around 62. But I was actually in the catchment area because I'm from Oyo State, so it actually.
Okay.
But I do not want to risk it. I just went to education. I just started looking for courses to just because I don't want to. My friends are already in school already.
I understand that
And
feeling.
so
You don't want to stay back.
The pressure was already too much. My church members like, oh, how is school? When are you going to? The pressure was just too much on me and all of that. Family members are like, when are you going back to school? So I had to just change to a lower. I just adult education. The cutoff was 50 something. It was even on merit. Like the merit, my aggregate
yes.
and so he beat it like down. I just picked it. Okay, so I know that I have peace of mind.
Wow.
Even if I did not accept the admission, I know that okay, even if I'm sleeping, with the 58, I think the cutoff is 58. With the 58 that is there, I know that my own is 60 something. Okay, I'm rest assured that yes, I will get this admission. I just pick the course. I know that actually. Then I actually met with one of my pastor's daughter, Auntie Sheomura. She's actually a lecturer now in University of Lagos. She's in estate management. She's a lecturer. She's currently doing her PhD. So she was actually talking to me, advising me. I was actually sad that moment. She was advising me that okay.
I understand from wanting to study.
Yeah, she just speak a call.
English language.
English language down to adult education.
So she was just like, okay, she just speak a call. She just okay. So I learned a skill. So okay, I can actually divert it. I can do this. I can do that. It's not about the course you study. It's not about this that. There's some lawyers now. There are business people. There are some medical doctors now. They are into fashion. So she's just like, okay, I can actually do different things. It's not about the course that I studied. I should just be good at what I do. I should just choose the course. So I will not just waste my time and all. So
that's how adult education came in. Now let me talk to Abimbola. Abimbola, tell me, how did human kinetics education? Yes, what was it that was that what you wanted to study from the start?
No, that wasn't what I wanted to study. At first, I wanted to study biomedical engineering. But my subject combination, just as you said,
Was
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 wrong
wrong.
as
wrong.
well.
I did not have further mass. So any engineering
Mm.
course you are taking, you needed further mass. I dropped further mass in SS2, I think. So fast forward after my first jam, I applied for, okay, because of the subject combination issue, I had to write another jam. So the second jam, I think I passed better than the first one. So the second one I chose medicine, but lo and behold,
Somebody say
yeah,
low and behold. I love that.
lo and behold, I did not meet. Okay, my jam was okay, but my post TME was bad.
The
So
post
because of
jam
that,
jammed you.
yeah.
Yeah, I get.
So because of that now, I had to drop to a lower course. I think I chose. I can't remember the course I chose, but it was a lower course. But I did not change to human kinetics. Okay, I changed to physiotherapy. Yeah, I remember I changed to
Okay,
physiotherapy.
because it's still in line.
It's still in line. So UNILAG just gave me human kinetics and health education. Down. I just woke up one morning. I just said, let me check my jam
Caps.
caps. I just saw you have been offered provisional admission into the University of Lagos to study human kinetics and health education. Will you want to access this? I showed my daddy. He was like, oh, let's see let's talk to your mommy about it. I showed my mommy. I was like, well, study this one first. And she said in Yoruba, Tobaya, I'm change it.
Very well, like easy.
So the okay, when I was in 100 level, I wrote jam again because I wanted to actually get physiotherapy. Then I got admission again after writing in 100 level. I think I got admission for microbiology, so I
Bother.
did not bother taking it. Then the next year, 200 level, I wrote another jam again.
Ah,
And this time around, that was the worst of all. I got admission for fishery. But I just decided that, okay, this is what I will do. I will do human kinetics and health education. Then in my master's, I'll either go back and do sports physiology or I'll do physiotherapy. So that's how this whole thing happened.
I think a win is still a win because from wanting to study medicine to finding yourself studying human kinds and health is still there. So you need like actually tried. They
why
still
Yeah.
didn't
put
you?
you
Why
in
didn't you
line.
pick microbiology? Sorry.
I have a lot of people who study microbiology and it's not giving. The way they are doing is not giving. So I just decided, no, I can't do this also. Let me do something else. Let me follow my own passion. Normally, though, even though it's not my passion, let me follow what I think
Your
I can build
strength.
my passion on.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So that was how it all happened.
So now that you are just you've decided to okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it wholeheartedly. How's it been?
Well, how will I say? The department has been lecturers. A lot of the system in the department is not giving, but because of the determination, let me finish it and go to the next level. I think that is what has been pushing me. But generally, I would say a 40%. I don't really the
Do you have
way
like any regrets of saying, oh, why am I in this department
sometimes
right now? Even though you spent 4 years, so right now you know really know what you want for yourself out of life. Do you think this is like a waste of time for you?
after I've spent 6 years because of strike and COVID,
Okay, so now imagine spending 6 years. Do you think the 6 years is like, oh, it's just a waste of time?
sometimes I feel like it is a waste of time because if I had learned a trade or I have pursued football as a career, because I was actually in football academy when I was very young. So, but because my parents did not really support it, I had to just let it go. And most of my friends have left the country with football. So, if I had pursued a football career, it should have been a different story. Or if I have, done something else, like learning a trade or starting a business, it should have been a different outcome. But those are the kind of feeling I have sometimes. But when I look at it critically, I see that I've actually gained a lot from coming to UNILAG, the experience, the exposure. If I did not come to UNILAG, I'll be thinking like a farmer.
Exactly.
Like the exposure, the enlightenment I got from UNILAG now, I can't get it anywhere else. So I'm really happy I came down here to study this. Apart from the knowledge from the course, so the interaction, because UNILAG, the way UNILAG is built, there are other thing that is embedded into our curriculum that we can't see, but actually it helps us one way or the other. whether building team spirit or building entrepreneurship skill.
It basically help you
Or
like build your soft skill that you need for the outside world.
exactly. You see, you are going to be able to survive anywhere if you can survive in UNILAG.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, but I'll be back to you shortly. But let me talk to Tumishi a bit. Tumishi, what do you think is the struggle, or what are the struggles rather, of a 21st century student? Coupled with the fact that you have a lot of things going on, 21st century students will like you're in school, learning a skill, taking courses outside of what you are learning in school. You want to do well for yourself. What are the struggles?
Okay, now the cost of living is very, very high. Things are expensive. See, data again, let's not even go to data because as a 21st century student, you need to be active online. If you're not like I don't know, general as a student, if you don't even have data, you will not even know when maybe they've changed your class. So that can be a challenge. I mean, you need to even have money. So actually, money can be a challenge. Some people actually, as they come from maybe
Less
background,
privilege.
their parents are not really they're not really financially okay like that, so they find it difficult to actually cope in school. Then you start seeing some girls doing runs and guys doing fraud and all of that. Let's not even go there. So another challenge can be maybe I don't know. I just feel like finances. When you have money, there's no other challenge. I just think money is just a major problem.
Money is
right
just a
now.
major challenge.
Yeah, if you have
So
money.
considering the fact that you mentioned that you are doing a lot
Yeah.
outside of being a student.
Yeah.
Now tell me what really gingered you into saying, oh, okay, I want to start being a content creator while a student. I want to do this, I want to do that. Is it because you don't see a future in what you are learning on in the course you actually currently taking in school, or because you just want to diversify? What is the reason?
Okay, I actually see a future in what I'm studying right now. It's just that I just have passion for. I just like media. I like talking. I like expressing myself. So I just feel like adult education that I'm studying right now, I see a future in it, but it does not stop me from doing other things. So being a content creator is actually like a win for me, just like a sum up. It's not like, oh, I do not see a future in what I'm studying right now. I actually see a future in what I'm studying, but being a content creator is actually like a win. Is what I like. So
So, Abimbola, aside being a student in the university, you mentioned that you are a UI UX
Designer.
designer. What really motivated you to say, "Oh, I want to study. I want to take this course. I want to do this that I'm doing."
Okay. Actually, the way my parents brought me up, they brought me up in a way that you have to have multiple sources of income or multiple streams of income. So apart from the fact that I was studying human kindness and health education, there was need for another source of income. So I now thought about it. I had investments in crypto then. So I now decided, should I leave this money here or should I use it to do something else? Then I read one book. Fortunately, the book was telling me that the best thing I can do for myself is to invest in myself. So I withdrew the money from crypto, bought a course on UX. I think it lasted just 2 months. The course lasted 2 months. Then I did internship for about 3 to 4 months. Then I got my first job. Then that was how that one started. So the need for a multiple stream of income. That was why I decided to take the role as a UX designer.
Okay, so I'm throwing this question to Abimbola once again. Abimbola, let's
Okay.
tell me, as a student, trying to do two or three things together. I don't want to call it multitasking right now because education should be your priority. Do you think the other things that students out there combine with education, do you think it affects the education?
Yes. The reasons
If
being,
yes, because it's not just if yes, you are going to tell me why and tell me if it has affected you. You being a UI UX person, yeah.
okay. Yes, the reason why it will affect every student that takes anything apart from their education. It will definitely affect that student. Now, the extent at which it affects can differ. Some students will do something in line with their course of study, but others will do something far from their course of study. So you can weigh the options that way. You see that the ones that did something away from their course, it will affect them more. It affected me in my 300 level when I got my job, my first job.
Job is
Yeah. So I was working, and the funny thing is, the work was quite easy. We were going to the office just twice a
a
week.
week, okay.
So we work from home the other days. But the thing is, In my mind, I was like, I should be able to do this just 2 times a week now. And I'll just tell somebody to sign attendance for me and all. And if I'm free, I'll just go to class. That was the idea. That was what I planned.
Ideology that you have in mind.
But you see, when we go to the office, we go to the office Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays, yes. So when we go to the office on Wednesday, the workload that we'll get, that we'll have to take back home, we don't even have time to look left or look right like this. So that's there. During exam, after I go to work, I'll come back.
You
During
need
exam,
to read
read,
and prepare.
prepare for the exam. After I write the exam, I'll go to work. After coming back from work, and I do overnight. You see, by the time I was doing this thing for 2 weeks, I did it for 2 weeks straight. When I now finished my exam, the results came out, and it really showed that
Yeah.
this boy was doing something else. My course advisor even called me. I dropped, though. My GP dropped a lot. My course advisor called me that I heard you took a job and all this thing. That you don't need this thing now. Your parents are providing for you. You don't really. I said, sir, I'll try and adjust. I'll try and adjust. So later, I was able to talk to my boss that this is what is going on. He said, if you cannot keep up with it,
Then you dropped the job.
you
You came
drop
to
the
our
job.
company in the first place.
Yeah. So I had to let go of the
Okay,
job.
so you believe that it affects. Now, I want to let me ask Tumishe. I just have the opinion that multitasking, having a lot of jobs, affects being a student, and couple the fact that you even have a lot of things going on and that are not actually in line with what you are doing, has it like affected your education?
It has affected. First of all, education means acquiring skills. Not only skill, knowledge, values. So now, if I'm only like I'm in school now, I would just be like of the idea that I'm in school. I just want to acquire only knowledge. I'm deceiving myself. But as a student, I'm like, okay, I want to like what he said now. He went to learn his skill, went to invest in himself. That's actually a good thing. But he actually did it at the wrong time, working and schooling. It just actually affect him. But if he did it when he's out of school, maybe he's done with his degree and okay, just want to get another skill, maybe to um add up to CV, that's actually a good one. But as a student, you getting a job like multitasking now, like what I mean, basically, I'm an hairstylist. So now I have jobs like okay, my clients want to style their hair, I'll go to their house and do home service. Maybe I can style one hair for like 2 to 3 hours. Then after styling, I'll go back to my house. I'll be tired. And I have assignments that I want to do. And I sell clothes too as well. Maybe girls in the hostel, okay, they're like, okay, Tumisha, I want to buy a top. I'll go and deliver to them in their hostel. Even last semester during exam time, I can testify that even my roommate was actually, she's my friend, she's my roommate. She was even like, Mary, you don't even have time for yourself. When are you going to read? I'm like, don't worry, I'll go and read. In the evening, I'll come back to my room around at times past 10, at times to 11. I'm still in the hostel, people are buying and all of that. So it's actually not easy. And even when results came out, I actually tell you my result too, but it's really not easy multitasking, like combining school and work together. It's actually not really advisable.
Okay, I understand you saying, you guys arguing that it's not advisable, but this is what they do abroad, right? Even people here, yeah, they are going abroad for that main purpose,
Work and study.
that you can work and you can make money and you can study at the same time.
Not in Nigeria.
Let me tell you the
promise
difference.
you.
The difference in what we are doing here and what they are doing there. Look at in the semester now, we have about 10 to 12 courses that you are doing in a semester. Abroad, you can just have four
or five.
courses that you are doing in a semester.
Okay.
So you can use that as one criteria. Then the second thing is our own. We have a lot of unnecessary stuff that we're learning. You just have to learn it. But there, everything they are learning tallies with what the course
They are
of study.
studying.
Yeah. So
But you still cannot,
Now,
you can't throw away. Yeah, okay.
So
Tumishe.
let me sorry for interrupting. My friend is actually a law student. Their own is even very, very strict. Like they are very strict on attendance. If you don't get up to I think 75% or 80%, you'll not be allowed to write a particular exam. So imagine a law student that's actually doing another type of job, adding to his like being a student. How would that student be able to cope? You can actually, like you said that you were working twice a week and at times somebody carry percent attendance. Yeah, I think they do I think they thumbprint or
Using
something.
Thumbprint,
Exactly.
yes.
using their ID
Nobody
card.
can help you sign attendance. So it's actually very, even for law school, it's actually difficult for them. Not talk of, okay, maybe some other courses that is actually very flexible, that somebody can help you sign attendance. Some courses, they cannot sign attendance for you. So how do you want to do it? So it's actually very hard for you if you're in Nigeria. But maybe we outside the country too.
However, with the way the country is right now, I do not think that a student, because that is what is actually fueling you both, saying, oh, I don't want to just adult education alone. Okay, let me do this. I don't want to just do kinetics alone. Oh, let me quickly learn this, let me learn that. Because it has gotten to a point where you know that one skill is not enough. Right now, me
Yeah.
as a person, I don't have just one skill, right? Because you are already thinking, even as you're already thinking, oh, if this doesn't work, okay, this should work. If I
Yeah.
can't get a result with this, oh, this should work. Do you think that mentality is not something that we are meant to have as students?
Well, I think we should be like that. As you said, this is 21st century. Traditional education of the
Back in the
To
days.
you,
19s,
our
in, yeah,
parents, yes.
is different. It's way
Totally.
different from what we have now. Now you have to stand up for yourself. Nobody will. You can ask your parents for money sometimes, and they'll be like, "You say, what are you even doing? Can't you sort yourself out?"
Yeah.
You get.
Okay.
So now is not the time to say my parents will send me money, or I'll not be able to do other things. You have to make up that time. You have to sacrifice some things so that you can create extra money for yourself.
Okay, can I chip in? Like what you said, I totally agree with what you said. Like now, as a student, you are schooling or your parents will provide. God forbid, what if something happened to your
Apparent,
parents?
yes.
Like when I lost my dad, so
While in
just
school,
even before I even gained
before you gain
admission,
admission, yes.
yeah, I lost my dad. So if I was just like, oh, let me just be relaxed, my parents take care of everything. If I had not learned, because my mom was actually pressuring me that I should go and learn how to make it. Then that was actually when I finished YA, because I was waiting
Was
to
your dad
take.
late then already? It
Was I did late, like far
okay, it's
back when I
been
was, yeah,
long.
before I even entered secondary school self. So that kind of I already set my mind, okay, I need to learn a skill, I need to assist myself. There was one time darling came to UNILAG, I think last 2 week. So they needed stylists because they did one they were trying to like promote their brand, and all
Brand,
that.
yes.
So they needed stylists to make hair for people, so that people to work for them because I know how to make hair. Obviously I signed
You
up and I
leverage
was
that.
paid. Shall you see? So if I do not know how to make it, I'll just be there like that. Oh, I need money. I want to buy handout. I want to do my assignment. I want to buy data. I want to make my. I want to do something that. So actually, getting a skill is actually very important, and we need to multitask. And also sorry,
Yeah. Don't worry.
if we cannot expect government to provide job for us actually. So there are actually no much jobs. So if you are waiting for government to come and provide job for you, maybe the president to come and provide job for you.
So it's going to take a whole lot of
Oh,
time.
You have to
that
have
way
a
you're
skill.
on your own.
Yeah, and I think that's why we have a whole lot of skills out there. It's not most we have a lot of tech skills right now, and I believe that it's not everybody that can do tech.
No,
We should not just lie to ourselves because I've seen students saying that, oh,
There's money.
tech, yes, there's money in tech. Truthfully, there's money in tech, right? But it's not everybody that can. Some people do not just have passion for it. I've seen people dive into it and at the same time they just pull out back. Why? It's not something that they can do. Me personally, for example, I cannot say I want to be a data scientist.
Me too.
It's not
My line.
you understand? It's not my calling. Anything
Definitely.
that does not involve writing or stuff like that, might not do well in it. You understand? So I think it just boils down to you having, just
Knowing your
weighing, knowing
strength.
yourself, knowing your strength, knowing what you really want for yourself. Now, Abimbola, how do you think that what you are doing currently, what you're studying currently, which is human
Human kinetics
kinetics
and health
and yes,
education.
how do you think you are? Is there a way this tech of a thing that you are trying to switch to? Is there a way it can like fit into it? Have you thought about it before?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Even for my project, I was actually thinking of bringing something from my US experience into my course of study. But the issue, the issue with that is that it will need a lot of funding. So one of the ideas I brought was creating a mobile app that helps people with tracking their vitals in the morning, early in the morning. So you can check your BP and it will record it, tell you what you should do. The app will tell you what you should do to maybe reduce your blood pressure or whatever vitals
That you need
that
to,
needs to be
yes.
changed. It will tell you what you should eat. It will tell you the amount of sleep you would need. So I thought of this app, and I think I have the prototype. I designed it, but by the time I presented it to my supervisor that can I do my project on something like this, he was like, no, that this course, for what he said, this course is a teaching course. So it's not a it's not like a solution oriented like in engineering
Yes, that
or
you
computer science
apply
that
it.
you
So
yeah
there's limit to what you can do.
there's limit to what I can.
So do you see that as a something that demoralized you when he said that?
Yeah, it
Because
did.
considering the fact that if it had to be outside the country, they would really embrace that. Oh, this is nice. You want
That's
to do this?
fantastic.
Do this. Do that. Let's start some funding. You know how it is now. But yeah, it's trying to tell you that it's not a solution. Did that really demoralize you? And are you just down with the dream, or you're thinking, okay, I can revitalize this later?
I don't know if well, it really demoralized me. Let me start from there. It demoralized me, and I don't think I will still go into it because there are other plans. There are other plans, and those other plans now. By the time I weigh them, that one, the money it will need to bring that idea to
Into
reality to be
reality
too
stuff.
much.
What is it that you see for yourself in terms of career, everything away from adult education, and you're focusing on, oh, this brand, working on being a content creator, working on this, working on that. So are you not at any point thinking that adult education has impacted me and I want to give back to it? I want to do something in it.
Well, adult education has impacted, but I'm so sorry. I don't think I want to give back. I don't think I want to give back. I'm actually glad for the opportunity that UNILAG gave me to study adult education. Like you said, exposure, that's very important. Networking, very important. But the course itself, I don't think I want to give back anything. But the fact that I'm in the University of Lagos as a student studying, actually a big opportunity for me, and I thank God for that. So your first question was that what do I see myself like
Yes,
career wise?
career wise, what do you see yourself doing?
Okay, business.
Okay.
I really want to I really want to be an stylist. Like sell hair, import hair,
And
human
so,
hair,
as a
and all that.
21st century student, there is this liberty of saying, oh, I studied this medicine, but I do not want to do medicine anymore.
Yeah.
You hear people say, oh, I studied law, but I'm an actress. I want to be an actress. I did that,
Let
I'm
me
doing
let
that.
me give you an instance.
Okay.
Chioma Good Air, she's a lawyer actually, but she's not practicing whatever.
Law, yeah, she's not practicing.
into this hair stuff and she's making money from it. Import hair, but you actually need like a lot of capital, sha. You import it from China or Vietnam, you sell it. There's money in the hair actually. So
Fouls too.
how
He's
is
a
selling
lawyer.
hair?
No, he's a
Okay,
lawyer.
He's a
too.
lawyer. Okay, now you're saying
Exactly.
that the fact that we've seen a whole lot
A
of,
lot of people.
and it still boils down to celebrities, right?
Yeah.
The fact that we've seen a lot of celebrities is what is actually opening people's eyes rather to saying, oh,
Yeah,
I can study medicine, but I can say I want to dance. I can. Do you think that is something? Is it something good enough?
It's good.
Why? Because I'm saying that because some people would just say that I studied this, but I don't want to. And at the end of the day, that thing that they choose to do, they might not like excel in it or do it well, and they would not want to say that, oh, let me go back. And for instance, let's say Faust for example, if he had failed in rapping and he was just dropping music and nobody heard what he was, you understand?
Yeah.
Would he have said, I want to go back to being a lawyer?
He would.
You think
He
so?
could have done something else.
Yeah, I think he would also because his father is also
A lawyer.
a big.
So let's take away the fact that let's say he has someone that can say, okay, let me pull you back in. But assuming you don't have someone to pull you back in, can you say that, oh, if your UX is not working, I want to go back into what I studied at first?
I think I can. But I will not go to the classroom and start teaching. Not be me. What I will do, maybe I will focus on a particular sport, hopefully, or most likely football, and I turn to a coach. Then I apply. I can even apply to national level or all the big sports. I start from being an assistant coach in all these big clubs and all like that. I actually had that vision one time like that, but
When that was when the course was still
It was
gingering you, and you're
still a
like,
shock me for body.
okay, I understand how it is.
Yeah, you're saying that you're not going to teach and all of that.
Yeah.
Many people in education, so they'll say the same thing. Actually, adult education is not really if it's actually divided into several parts.
Okay, tell us.
The part that the teaching part is the adult literacy. So when you want to
Okay.
do your masters,
Okay.
when you do your masters, if you want to go and start teaching adults, that's when you do your adult literacy. But for me, I'm not doing adult literacy. I'll try to choose social works. There's manpower development. There's there are other fields in adult education. So it just depends on the one that you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, now I
So
understand
choose
better.
social works.
But now that you are saying that I'm not doing this, even though you're in education, I'm not doing this. I know that if we have like 100 students in the education faculty, hardly will you see 10 that wants to say that would boldly say that even though I'm in education, I want to go into teaching. Now, when those that are being raised to become educators are saying, I'm not doing this. What do you see? How do you see the future of education? Let me start from how do you see the future of education going forward in the next 5, 6, 10 years? When that is actually being brought up in school to become an educator is running away from it.
Okay, in the first instance, did I choose this course?
Oh,
No. Now you're telling me, okay, you brought me up to teach. Okay.
Or you
A lot
would
of
have left if you did not want it. You
yes,
could have left.
I could have. Okay, I now say, okay, let me give it a try. Now I gave it a try, and the try is becoming a trial.
wow.
Yes, it's already becoming a trial. You know, as a boy, I used to tell my classmates that this course of study is becoming a course. Like maybe my village people just say, take this thing, I'm gonna do it.
I
No.
enjoy.
Sometimes I feel that way. But we that are being brought up as educators, we don't want to teach because of what we've seen in the system. The occupation is not rewarding. It doesn't look fulfilling. And how many people will you say, look at this,
Our lecturers.
look at our lecturers. Yeah, look at how they
Every
look.
time strike.
Let's not even go
And even
into
the
Let's not go
even
into
our
that.
lecturer. No, some of them have other businesses that they
Exactly.
run. So what's the point?
Let's not go into now. As a 21st century students, I think another thing fueling all of this is the idea of saying, "Oh, school is a scam. School
It's not
is
a
a
scam, but let me
scam.
not
School,
lie.
school is a scam." I'm glad you know that school is not a scam. School is a scam. School is a scam. You know that notion of saying at the end of the day, it is still money that I want. It's money everybody's chasing, right? Yeah.
Actually,
If
at the end
school
of the
is scam,
day,
try ignorance.
Thank you. Please.
You know that
I don't have. I need
it's
to
not
just share.
it's not about the course you're studying. Education bridges the gap. It gives you it shapes your life. You know, you get more like what I said, exposure. You learn new things. You relearn, you unlearn. So it's not about the course you're studying. Me actually when I chose the education, I'm like, okay, let me just go to school to just shape my life, to just help myself, to just just be there. And even if I want to do something else with education, I'll be able to like
Stand out.
stand out. So that's just my point.
Yeah, just like I think you guys gave examples of people who had like studied different courses and they are doing something very very different in life right now. I think they are being out there, people admiring them, like, oh, this place because they have an educational background, a
Yeah.
well-grounded educational background. There's this opinion that if someone who did not go to school at all is selling pepe, and you have someone who went to school selling the same pepper. That person who went to school, his or her own is going to be different. Why? Because you're going to think, you're going to say, oh, should I just, instead of the person did not go to school, just putting it in the bowl, selling it out there, you're going to
yeah.
think, should I package it? Should I start doing delivery? Should I go to the banks and go and tell them, oh, I have pepper?
Yeah.
Should I do, should I do
Yeah.
Maybe
that?
do a business
That is
card.
the impact of education. I know that even though some people do not go to school, they are quite oriented with business. They have ideas.
I want to also give an example.
Okay.
You see, some people when they are in school, they make a lot of money. There are some instances we have that some people before they even graduate, they got a business idea, they invested in it, and the business came out very well. They will drop out. But these people, at the end of the day, you see that some of them come back,
To
finish
finish
their
it.
program,
Because
or do
they can
masters.
understand.
Yes, or do masters or further their education on that particular course or something they are doing in their business.
Yes.
I mean, one great example that keeps striking my head was is this guy, Mark, the owner of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
You see, when he was in his, I think it was in his 300 level when he dropped out. That was when Facebook clicked and he dropped out. Then later he came back. And I had this idea when I got my job as this UX
You wanted
designer.
to drop
I
out.
wanted to drop out. So I was almost that. Me and my dad even had an
Fought.
argument because of this. I was like, look at the amount I'm earning presently. Look at this. Let me stop this work and I'm able to even help myself. I'll help the family and everything. He said, no, finish it up first. Finish it up.
Now, looking at that, are you grateful that he asked you to finish it?
How will I be grateful?
No.
Why will I be grateful?
Also, the fact that even if you had continued that job, there is no assurance that you might still be on the job.
Let me tell
Anything
you,
might have happened.
Anything might have happened, but I'm certain that if I had continued that job, I would have gotten more experience, more jobs, and I would have likely left that job and gotten a bigger job. Because most tech guys now, once they work at least or at most 2 years, they leave that place and get higher role. Work two years, leave that place, get higher role. And what we do most of the time, you upskill as you're
Yeah,
working.
you take more
You have to take more
courses,
courses
yes.
and get better.
Upgrade.
Greater, yeah. Okay, so it has been quite an interesting one,
Thanks.
So what would
Thanks,
you,
man.
Tumishe, what would you say to someone, a younger version of Tumishe who's just trying to get admission into school and they gave the person adult education as well and has a very different passion? What do you say to that person? What advice do you have for the person?
I would tell the person not to take the course. Because if I knew earlier, I would not rush. Why am I rushing? I would have just calm down, maybe get a skill. When I'm established, I will not go back to school. I will not go back to school. Because what's the point now? I don't know, Shabo. I just felt like if I'd known earlier.
You see, this made me remember what
I'd
you
known
said earlier.
I
You would have
not
said you're
taken
not taking the course.
Yes, I would have just relaxed.
You said something about me
Taking
learning,
it, yeah.
learning UX at the wrong
At the
time.
wrong timing.
Yes. Now you learn. It's actually the right thing, but you did the right thing
At the wrong time. Now, doing the right thing at the wrong time, I think many students do
Well,
that
I feel-
a whole lot.
I feel
right?
I'll just
if I
calm
were the
down.
one, I don't know. I think
rush.
the reason why we were like that was because we did
Our
not have enough
parents.
enough information.
Information and
Yes.
awareness.
If we had enough information, we wouldn't have gone through the
Everybody's
route.
rushing.
For example, I wouldn't even study. I wouldn't go to school. I would just go and learn a tech skill.
Outside
and
somewhere.
outside, I would just learn a tech skill, and that would be all.
Not going to university.
going to
I think right
University.
now all these things has changed, and the reason why it has changed is because there are more exposure. The exposure we have right now is different from the exposure we had like 2 years ago, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, at least like 3, 4, 5 years ago, it's still about you going there to
degree.
school, having a
Get a
degree,
degree, yeah.
doing this.
I envy Rema a lot. Look at, he did not even, he focused on his career,
Look at
his
Whiskey.
music.
Look at Whiskey. Whiskey
Yes,
never went to
music.
university.
That is what I'm saying. That's what we
See,
like,
Rema, he focused on his music
And at
first.
some point,
And
he wanted to
now-
come back to school.
He wanted to come about because of strike and all.
Okay,
Then
that
maybe
is-
he
that-
might-
that
he
is
might-
where-
he might do that later.
that is where being a 21st century student comes in, because you have the liberty to do a
Whatever
whole lot
you want
Of
to
at
thing
Take
the
your
same
time.
time.
You can take your time.
it
You know
just
when
it
you
just depends on you not letting your education suffer.
stop you.
That is just one, your education should not stop you. Then two, your education should not suffer, because while still going out there, the first thing is that you are still a student, right? Before every other thing comes in.
But the thing is that African parents, hey, Oma lost to school. You must go to school, that kind of thing. Like, oh, this one is in school, this one is the pressure too much. You must go to school. They are in school, they don't even want to know, maybe, oh, my daughter, my child, do this. Just do what you want to do.
The reason why they have that mentality is because they just want you go to school, get a government job.
And
Yeah.
just
Like
live
Like
the
your
the 9 to 5,
life.
like the normal
9 to 5.
routine.
That brings me to
Go
the
job,
impact.
go to school,
Get a
Get a
convocate,
job
get a
and
job,
all.
get married, give birth. Oh,
So Michelle, that
and
brings me to the
cycle
impact
continues.
of parents on a child, on our education right
Yeah.
now. We still have some parents that still believe in the archaic, just go to
Yes,
school.
go to school.
Get a
Let me not
government
call it
job.
archaic, but the understanding
Let me-
that traditional
Traditional
style of you just going to school, get a degree, get this one, get that one, and just go get a place where they are paying you a particular amount and you're just living your life and
On
you're
a
just.
low.
Yeah, chipping.
However, especially students, you want more. You really want more. You've seen your mates out there in the entertainment world
Making money.
making money. Aside from that, you've seen people doing fraudulent things or other things that are not making it, and you really want to be different. You want to be in school,
Yeah.
and you want to stand out. So what would you say? How would you say that parents influence students?
Well, the reason, yes, parents influence their children or their students a lot. The reason being, they are the ones sponsoring.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they'll be like, if you're not doing it this way, then forget about it. Go and sponsor yourself or go and do it.
Yes.
And you can sponsor yourself at
It's
at
not
what
possible.
at,
I think
But-
I remember. Sorry to cut you, but I remember when I was in trying to gain admission and all of that, and I chose law. You know, just like every other student.
Yeah.
It's either you are doing medicine, you are
Or
doing
law.
law, or you are doing accounting,
Engineering.
or one
You
engineering.
don't tell us which school you went
Yeah.
to, by the way.
If you are not doing that, you are not doing anything. Just like you
Yeah.
said, I'm in the midst of two UNILAG students, and I finished from Obafemi Awolowo University. That's Africa's
Oh.
most beautiful campus, just like you guys asked. So why not let's chip that in?
But
So
I disagree, Sha. It's not the finest though.
you have to disagree anyways because you want to hype your school, but Google it. But just
No,
like I was
no.
saying,
When you said that, oh, you like what you got in, like you can't get it elsewhere. I wanted to actually disagree because my sister is in UI and she actually disagreed with it. And my sister is in UI and there's also actually exposure there.
yeah,
yeah,
the
there's this-
exposure there.
Any
but
federal university actually, any federal
But when you
university.
say
in
UNILAG,
Nigeria.
I'm like, oh, you're giving UNILAG too much hype, Jerry.
Imagine,
But UNILAG,
she's
you
not
know-
even hyping her own
I'm hyping it,
school.
but
Not
You know that
like
UNILAG,
they're
eh?
meant to
you
be.
can actually get it. in
Any
other
federal
schools
university,
too,
any
yeah.
federal university in Nigeria, you can actually get exposure. But you see those state universities, they are not there yet.
Okay, back to this thing. Just I was saying that when I got an admission, you know, my parents were like, "Oh, study law." I've always wanted to be in the media, you understand,
Yeah.
and all of that. I know that you guys also had what you wanted to, just like you've mentioned in the
Yeah.
past, right? And but I didn't have much exposure. I wanted the only school I knew then was, you know, my school,
Your
OAU,
school.
yes. And OAU was offering journalism and all of that.
And stuff.
So I felt, okay, let me just do law. Law is like the next thing that you can do
Hot
as
cake.
a hot
Yeah.
cake, you know. And I did my jam. They didn't even give me law.
They jam you.
They jammed me. And I was given literature in English, not English language. And I was
Advocacy.
actually enjoying it. But you know the influence of my parents, like, why would they ask them that what's my child studying?
Insane
They are saying literature
in English.
in English. Like, you must go and change it to English language. At least that is still
Yeah, it's
that
still
is still
presentable.
you
Yeah.
understand, that is presentable, that is still, you understand now, you know
Yeah,
how
it's
parents
still-
can be. At that time I cried, you know, like how
Wait, you
I
have
was
passion
really
for the-
enjoying this.
You have passion for literature in English.
Yes, you know how it is now
It's-
in a federal
it's
university.
a-
Once you are
it's a-
inside that school, forget about the course. They'll let you know that you can work in CBN.
You can work anywhere.
You
They will
can
just
walk
say you can walk
anywhere. Did they not
Our
tell you that you can
lecturers,
walk
eh?
anywhere?
Yeah,
Anywhere with your course.
With that,
Work
they will say
anywhere.
with that degree, with
You
that
can work
name, University of
That
anywhere.
Lagos,
day,
you can walk
can
anywhere.
enter Tinubu's office, the president's office, and say that no, I want to do that, I want to do that. So do you think the influence of parents, do you
Yes.
think is actually much and doesn't
So
give
it's too much.
students?
Let me say something. Sorry, let me chip in.
Yeah, you can.
Big Brother Nigeria audition came out, and you know, I actually auditioned, but they didn't actually pick me. Me and my friends and I we auditioned. So there's this my friend. She's actually she's out there. She's she's
Very
actually,
social.
She has what it takes to even be in the house, but she didn't actually audition because I actually reached out and like, okay, audition. She said no. And mommy will kill her, oh, and daddy must not even. They must not even. And daddy will disown her. This one will. I'm like, what is it? Because actually, Big Brother Nigeria is actually a very big platform
For you to
for you,
showcase
yes.
your
So you can actually pause your education down, and when you are done, you come back. Because once you tell that people in Nigeria house, Otilo, Otilo,
I
What's
understand.
the law in what sense? What's the law in what sense?
you can your life will not remain the same.
Yeah, the
anymore.
exposure,
If
what
you
she's
make
trying to
use-
say.
Actually,
you
me,
make use-
I don't like that idea of going to Big Brother Nigeria.
If you
I
make
don't like
use, no, why
I don't like it.
Me, I
I think
love it.
it's just waste of.
It's not waste of. If you
It's waste
make
of
use-
time, waste
it's
of
not
money.
waste of time. It's not
Those
waste
people
of
that are
money.
doing that show, they are wasting money.
They're not
wasting
wasting
resources.
money.
Both
They're
will
making.
just
They are
agree.
making their money.
They could have invested the money in other ways.
Is what they decide to do. It's
Now
what they
that is
choose.
what being a special student still comes in, because you are thinking that you've seen the kind of money that they sit there and you
It's
do
not about
not
the money
mind
now. It's not about the money.
and
What they are
exposure,
doing.
and
What they are doing.
exposure.
It's not about the
What are they
exposure.
doing?
and you don't mind
Did they kill
Tunmise,
anybody? They don't kill anybody in the house now. What are they doing?
Tunmise, you don't
No.
mind pausing
I
your
don't-
education
I will
for
pause
it.
it and pause it. I will
And you will repause. While Abimbola, you are of the opinion that, why should I?
Honestly, if
You know,
Why
say
should
I
I
can pause
do
my
it?
education
If
for
they are
presently. Maybe I get admission to study
Let
in
me
the
not
US
lie.
or in the UK. I can pause the one in UNILAG now. I'm going to study that one.
Okay,
Or-
wait.
Okay.
Now we are almost coming to the end of this show.
Should I just finish what I'm
But
saying?
let's wait.
If they are sorry, if people that had picked
I'm
me,
coming to you
If they had
actually.
picked me, I swear to God, I don't even swear to God, I will just drop out from
Tunmise,
UNILAG.
that's
And
what
I'll
I
go
said.
to a private university and study
You
the
see?
course of my choice.
Wait.
I won't come back now. Honestly, if people that had picked me, I won't
Tunmise,
come back.
just like I
Private
said that we are
universities
coming.
maybe they don't even have any professor. No professor. Some only one in the whole school.
People are going. People went to private school now.
Some private schools, Abi.
So I'll
No,
go
no,
to-
no, no, no. Wait.
Or I won't go and study.
Just like I said, I was bringing us to the end of
Because I have
this
money.
show.
Sure, okay.
But however, I want us to play an interesting game.
Okay.
With between, if you as a student consider the fact that you are meant to be an educator, you are doing this, you have a lot of
We are
things going
facilitators
around.
now at the department.
Facilitators, not a
Facilitators.
facilitator, educator, whatever. You're
Whether
still in
educator, coach,
you're
life
still
coach,
in
anything.
the educate. You're still an educationist. Now, if an opportunity comes right now, you're in your penultimate year, an opportunity comes saying, "Oh, just what you mentioned the other time, the Big Brother Nigeria you mentioned."
Yes.
For you to take it
I will grab
and
it.
leave your,
I will
will
hug
you
it.
grab it?
I will hug it. I will grab it. I will leave uni. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, Jesus. Oh. I will leave UNILAG now.
Leave it behind.
You will
I will
leave
leave
it
it
and you
behind.
come back, or you just
Come back to do what?
That's the end.
Collect
I
that
can't come
degree
back. I
now.
cannot come back again because I'm ready. I'll be a celebrity by then. I can't come back to do what?
Mm.
I cannot to do what?
Maybe to check out the building and the structure.
Okay.
Maybe to do giveaway. I can't
Giveaway,
come back.
imagine. So Abimbola, what about you? If an opportunity comes right now, you're in your final year. Let's say the opportunity you had then to
Study.
no, the job you got then. That
Yeah.
If the opportunity comes back right now, consider the fact that you're almost done, and they're like, "Oh, we're offering you 10 times
The salary.
the
I
salary
receive.
that you got then.
Yeah.
You really need your
$2 million.
service. $2 million. Please come right now."
I will.
Oh, chim.
Would you say, UNILAG, thank you so much for banking with me. I have to put a pause to this right now. And or would you tell them that, oh, I'm almost done?
Sorry.
Eh?
I cannot disappoint my parents.
Kikiski.
But okay.
Whoa. I will not even look back.
Wait.
Wait.
You know you're finishing in a few months though.
I don't
Few
know.
weeks,
Even
few
though if
months.
it's tomorrow, I'm finishing. Wait.
Okay.
At the end of the day, what is the prime goal?
The
What is
amount
the
of
primary
contention
goal?
for you to live in the lag.
No.
And
The
make
primary
money.
goal is
And
to
make
make money.
right?
Now the money now came.
Exactly. Now that's my point too. Now
The primary goal is
that's
to
my
make
point,
money.
to make money.
That is where,
Me,
as
the
a,
thing is, there are some things I can do to make money. There are some things I can't do to make money. You see, people in Nigeria, I can't do it.
Me, I will do it.
If they should give me that money, that I should do Big Brother
Okay,
Nigeria,
what is there
that
that you
they will
don't
even declare me the winner, I wouldn't do it.
What is there that you don't like?
A lot of things.
What?
I think the reason why he's saying that is because, a lot of things that people have heard about
No,
this.
I watched
You can actually
Big
be in
Brother
the house
Nigeria.
and
that.
actually be decent. You
Aww.
can be decent in the house.
Okay, let's leave Big Brother Nigeria for a while and just play. Let's just do something else right now.
Okay.
Okay, if you have the opportunity to go study abroad and
that's nice.
do another course, or staying back in Nigeria and still doing the same course that you are doing, which would you? But okay, let me say going abroad to study this course
Okay.
that you
I'm
are studying currently, or staying back in Nigeria to study the initial course you really wanted to study that you had in mind.
I will stay back in Nigeria and
Yeah,
study the initial
initial
course I
course.
wanted to
You
study.
also stay back.
Then I will now go back
I like to
abroad.
do my master's.
I will now go back abroad.
You can take it
Or
out.
better still, I can go back. I can go to the UK and study physical education or sports science, as it is called, sports science, and maybe transition intern in one club, one football club, and make a career out of it. I can do that, or I can stay in Nigeria, study medicine. After I finish, I want to practice abroad.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years.
Yes.
I can't see I do not even know where I'll be in the next 5 minutes.
You're
But-
not going home.
So I said,
I'm not going home today.
I'm talking about your vision. Like, what do you want for
I know,
yourself
I understand.
in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years.
What do you want for yourself?
Okay, let's minus 1 year first.
Away in
Okay.
the next 4 years.
Let us give you 4 years. What do you want for yourself in the next 4 years?
Ring and the finger.
No, marriage is even out. It's far from itself.
Okay.
Let's forget about
Career-wise now, what do you want for
Career-wise,
yourself?
let me be done with UNILAG first. So when I'm done with UNILAG, I'll just invest very well in that air business. There's money in it. Shipping air. Actually did when I was at 200 level, I did I paid for one course how to ship in
Online,
air.
yes,
So I tried it, but,
shipping and
you know,
all that.
I'm not really financially. I just left it and I'm like, okay, when I'm done with school, I'll go back to it.
Now, for you that you are done, I know that you would have scheduled, let me say, map out your life, how you want it when I'm done with this, blah, blah, blah. Do my this and... So where do you see yourself in the same question I'm throwing to you? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years as well?
Next 5 years, God's willing, no, I'm not going to Nigeria again. God's willing. And
We'd have caught
So
the jackpot syndrome.
it's not that person. I want to go and help them abroad.
The help you are
help here
that
now.
you do not want to render
Honestly,
for us
I
in
don't think I
Nigeria.
want
You cannot
to
pay for
go
my
live there.
services in Nigeria.
No, pay
I
for
don't think
it.
I want to live abroad.
You want to make your money.
Live in Nigeria, maybe go there for vacation. and
Okay,
come
you know the
back.
thing. There
I don't
can
want
be a
to live
twist,
there.
though. There can be a twist because I've been applying for many remote jobs, but the thing is, they don't want to take people from Nigeria. They will tell you you can apply remote anywhere in the world, but they not put. We're not taking
There's
Nigeria.
restriction for Nigeria.
They will restrict
That day.
Nigerians. But if I can get a job that is paying in dollars very well, because they're not taxing you when you collect the money in dollars.
Yeah.
They're not if I can get a remote job and work from Nigeria, I don't think I'll go anywhere again. The only thing I can go abroad is
For
maybe
vacation.
to go and give birth.
Because when you
I
go
know- I
there,
don't want to give birth
when
in
you
this
go there, you
country.
Yeah,
earn
got
in dollar and
vacation.
you spend in dollar.
You
It's
pay
different
tax.
from- exactly.
You pay tax.
To kill you.
Okay, so you prefer to stay back in
If I can earn
Nigeria
dollars, yeah.
and then just go there just to go and
Give birth to my
enjoy
children.
yourself.
Or you want to give
and then
birth there, you want to
come
train your
back.
children there.
Yeah, I
It's
want
not
to
even
train my
advisable for you to train your children there.
I want to teach my
Imagine.
children because I already
Think
have
of the accent.
a career map out for my son already. If I have a son, son or daughter, anyone, they go do the career I want.
Can you see now? That is what we were saying
I
the
just
other
feel like you
time.
should train your children.
when
Train
you
them there, they get to
disagreed.
maybe at the point where they know maybe 16, 17.
If I tell you the
Fly them
career you
abroad.
So
So you say-
Michelle, that's
you
where
say they
it
should do
came
it.
in. You mentioned earlier that we're talking about the influence of parents
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
children, and you were talking about how your parents said you should continue, and this is this same thing
See, you want to
that you want to
impose
do.
on
Don't
your
you?
son.
Don't you think that
What if your son wants to do something else?
we are
This is
actually
it.
walking in the shoes of our parents,
This
even
is
though
it.
we do not want to become
You know,
like
you know,
them?
I'm an educator, and I've
Now
noticed
you remember
that.
Now
you're
you want to
educator.
claim it.
Wait down, wait. Okay, I've been trained as an
Someone who
educator.
did not. Okay.
I've been trained as an educator, and I have seen that there's a way you can program or condition somebody to do something. The person will not know they are doing it. So, what I plan to do is, from a very young age, I would indirectly inculcate sports into my child. Indirectly. So that way, as they born am for hospital, I dey carry ball go with the mama.
What's the
Mbappe, Project Mbappe.
Mbappe? Yes, Messi.
buy all the jerseys, all the kits, everything. So, and from even research have shown that you can even start from when the child is in the stomach.
Yeah.
Be telling him stories about football, about this particular.
Messi.
So once it comes out like this, if you see you going to field to
All your
train,
sons or just one of your sons?
son or daughter. So the
What
two
if you have
sports.
three-
The
what
two,
if you have 3 sons?
okay. The thing is tech. You see tech,
Football.
sport, tech and
Okay,
tech
you,
and
one
sports.
for
What about
sports,
music?
one for tech. I want to ask you something.
I'm
One
not
for
going to
tech.
music because I don't like this.
I love it
influence
for
of
my child.
drug.
Then,
You see all these celebrities when they get into money, like, they start doing a lot of this thing. And I'm someone that is very ethical. I like things to
Yeah.
be done.
The
No.
right
very
way.
Decently.
principled.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's the word.
Principle is the word actually. Thank
No.
you.
Principle.
I am not a principled person. Please.
So I wouldn't like my child to go into entertainment, music especially. But football, even that football, there's a way I will even make sure it doesn't run wild. Because we have a lot of footballers who
Yeah.
have lost their influence because of what they have done.
Yes.
So I would gently condition my children into picking up a career in sport. Gently.
So let me ask you a question.
But if they don't want to do it,
Okay, now that you are saying that you want to gently condition, that is kind of wrong, because that is what many students right now are actually crying
Yeah,
about
battling.
battling, your parents saying, oh, because I've seen that
No,
it is
those are the
medicine,
parents.
because your parents have seen that it is medicine that is selling, they've seen that it is law that is selling, they've seen that it is this, and they just want to condition you to do that.
Our parents forced us. You see, there's this psychologist they call Ivan Pavlov.
Yeah.
It was the one that
Yeah.
that brought
There's a
that
theory that it
theory
brought.
of conditioning.
Conditioning.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
share conditioning.
So he used a rat. He used rats.
You even use dog too.
Okay, he used dog
He
using
used dog
bell.
and the bell.
Yeah, dog and bell. Then he used rat also. So with the bell now, he was able to condition the
dog.
dog.
The
That anytime
dog,
he hears
yes.
the sound
Hears
of
the
the bell,
bell.
he
You know
start
that it's time to
dancing.
eat.
Dancing.
So he used food. So me now, the way I would do it, I would just condition it. The dog did not know that that was what the man was trying to do.
Yeah.
The same way too. But if my child doesn't want to do it at the end of the day, maybe based on environment. But you see, there's a way I'm going to do it that even the environment will support what
Yeah.
I want to do.
And since you love it, maybe one of your son will love it.
Exactly.
You just have to-
Genes.
Because
Because-
To pray about it. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, and it has been amazing on this show. I remain your favorite host, Temitope Karim, and this is Starspod once again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media handles.
And comment.
Comment.
Let's
turn on
hear what
your
you
post
say.
notification.
Thank you. Subscribe. Click that subscription button. Thank you so much.
Comment down below.
Bye.
Peace out.